Hey guys, I'm Breezy, and welcome back to my flatworld. As you might be able to tell behind me, I kind of worked on some of the paths within the village itself. Right now it's only cobblestone because honestly it's one of the few blocks I actually have easy access to. I plan on changing that in the future once I actually go to the nether, but for now this is kind of what I have to work with. So, one of the main goals for today is to make an iron farm. Well, an iron and maybe a mob farm, but that also might be next time. But because I'm on a flat world, I can't just go mine iron if and when I need it. And the best way to get iron is to, make an iron farm. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I want to put the iron farm here or, there. I kind of want the mob farm to go there. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the mob farm like a big clock tower or something when I eventually add it. Now, I probably don't have all the stuff for it, and I need to go look up a tutorial in order to actually make this thing. But I have villagers. I can get a zombie that can hold an item so it doesn't despawn on me. And that's the two most important things. And I think I'm going to need more beds, which I can just go to another village and get. I think I have like one or two villagers that are still roaming around this area. So yeah, I'll cut back in a second. So yeah, no, I definitely don't have all the stuff I need, but I can get it. I'm going to be following a tutorial by Voltrox, I believe, on YouTube. Because honestly, I think I've only ever built one in my life. I know the mechanics for it somewhat. Actually, I think I have most of the items. The only thing I'm missing, if I check back to the thing, are the hoppers, which I can just go kill a couple iron golems for. Those I should be able to get, but I might need to go get more cobblestone real quick. No, maybe I have enough. Also, I'll probably have some in the furnaces I put in the little church building here. I'm probably going to change into an actual blacksmith type thing. Do you have any stone? No? Guess we're using cobblestone because it's what I have. I can worry about making it look actually pretty later on. Right now, I just need it to work. Might have to travel to a nearby village to kill another golem, but that might be too far. No, not yet. Maybe I have extra iron laying around somewhere, so I don't have to go do anything else. No, but I need the bucket. And also, I'm gonna need, just grab that. I'm gonna need, like, 2 chests. So I guess that's the first we are going to have to go do. I'm gonna get all the other pieces together. No, I probably don't need an automatic, like, iron farm or anything, considering these guys spawn all the time. But it would be nice to have. Yeah, that should be more than enough. I'm gonna have to breed those too. Because like I mentioned in the last video, it would be nice to have 4 colors of blocks. At least I don't have to make it any deeper than 3 blocks. At least I sure hope not. If I do, then I have to move it up a couple blocks. So you got another 12 blocks in front of you. That's there so the zombie can eventually get in. And it doesn't need to be the most efficient farm either, as long as it works. I think technically, if I remember correctly, it needs to be like a little bit away from a village, but I don't care. And I need to make another boat to move some villagers. Honestly, we're going to be destroying these farms anyway. I'm going to work on getting some villagers into the little pit that we made. You know what? I'm going to do it the easy way. Let one come out. Didn't want to use this guy, but hey, get the one villager in. Let's go get one more. Well, that's easy. I plan on making a villager breeder at some point. Well, I don't know exactly how they work. I've seen a couple tutorials for it. Oop, no. Whoops. Okay, villagers are in place. Now what? Cover the hole with the trapdoors and make sure the villagers have used their beds. Okay? So we just wait for night. I didn't think they had... Oh wait, he probably had food. Well, there's an extra villager down here. Well, I guess there's gonna be 4 in here. Alright, what's next? I'm assuming it's waiting for the zombie to get in here, right? Get the one wandering one. Then, spawn iron golems too. Because I know it will affect the rates of the farm. The child might die. But, it will live with it. Can you not place a boat on a... Yeah, the child is probably gonna die. Simply because it's small enough to get into that boat. And these 3 aren't. Hey, look who spawned. Or what spawned, I guess. When did... I don't know if this always spawned like that or if it's one of the data packs I have in here. Maybe it's one of the updates. Do I have like 5 emeralds? I probably don't. I can probably get the emeralds. I don't think I have a data pack that lets me get emeralds from him. Yeah, I think it's a new thing. There must have changed the trades with this guy. But only 2? Okay, is this gonna consume the bucket of milk? This may consume the bucket. It does. Can make another bucket. I mean, I'm waiting for it to get dark anyway. But this also means I get access to birch. Which, I mean, I know it's like not the favorite tree, but it is another tree I can use. I need to do something about the big ones. I don't like these ones. They're a pain. These guys do drop leather though, and I like their saddles. Or not their saddles, their leads. Yeah, that's another one of the data packs I do have, is the extra mob heads. Because I like having more mob heads, because they add little things. Or at least from what I've noticed, you can do a lot of little things with them. Right, I need another bucket. Let's grab the water that I left in one of the slabs here. Open this. Kill this guy. Gotta break the power of their beds. I'll put them back in a minute. I'm probably gonna give these guys food too. There we go. So thankful zombies have like a long aggro range. Makes my life easier. They're not. He's in there. Let's hope he doesn't burn. Now I can continue. I get a baby zombie villager in there too. That's amazing. We get 2 zombies in there. I hope that doesn't break the farm, but if I let the little one just run around and get killed by the zombie, then we would have a problem. Alright, so what's the next step? Oh wait, I gotta cover the hole, huh? I have another idea. That should stop them from having another child. Hopefully that stops them from having another child. Corners, place the water source down. At the other corner, we need to dig out. Then we do... There's a spider around here. Probably only needs to be 1 deep. I'll make this look prettier later on. I just don't want to run into it. Because knowing me, I will run into it. There we go. Again, I'll make this look pretty later on, but I'm not going to bother with it. And then I'm going to have to do some weird trickery here to make this work. Honestly, it just needs to be a spawn-proof block, I'm guessing, but I'll have to adjust it later on. I'm just going to hope this works. I didn't test it beforehand. I literally just looked at the tutorial and clicked on the first one I saw. Okay, it's in it, but it's not burning. I have an idea. I'm going to say it needs to be like 4 blocks. Or I could drop this, spin this out 1. Well, no, that wouldn't help. So in theory, this almost works. I know how I can fix it. Sign. If I drop this down by like 1 or 2, I should be able to force this to work. I need to go get a couple more signs, but they definitely need a 4x4 pole. Wait, it just naturally does this. We'll get a couple more signs. So I guess this little bit's off or wasn't on the tutorial. But if I can get this to work, then that's all that matters. So I'll go 1 more block down. Of course, I can raise the spawning area up a bit too. If I flood down there, that should force the boat to move. There we go. That might be a problem. Because it was convenient that I let you live. So I hope they don't try and breed again. Doesn't seem like they're going to. I sure hope not. Let's hope this works. I'm just gonna kill the golems that are around here. But I need to make sure this works. How did you make sure they can't spawn outside the thing? Come here, sir. You are in the way. It might not be the prettiest, but hey, if it stops them from spawning so the one thing that I need to work does work, I'll worry about this area later on. I hope this is worth it, because I'm passing the area to stop those guys from spawning too close to that. If this doesn't work, I might just remake the design further away, which is probably what I should have done in the first place, but I didn't think that went through. This main village area isn't even going to be the main base. Right now, it's just like a little area for me to do things and get set up with everything. The main base is going to be in the sky, which also means I'm probably going to have to remake the iron farm at some point anyway, but that's a later problem. All separate for one stupid farm. Please tell me you walked there. It also occurred to me that this might not work if they can't see the zombie. So, we're gonna dig down here. How did you get out of the boat? They should have vision of one of the zombies at all times now. Make sure there's no golems nearby. Now I'm gonna wait a minute and see if one spawns. I'll check back if one does spawn. Of course, it somehow manages to spawn up there. So yeah, the plan is to move these guys, like, over them here. Hopefully with enough distance, the iron farm will work. Because I have had an iron farm within a village before, so I know you can do it. Otherwise, the iron golems are just going to keep spawning up there. Anyway, we're going to get to building their new home. I gotta move all the villagers into there now. Look, building isn't pretty, but it doesn't need to be. I'll probably put a roof on it at some point, but I'll wait to see if this works. I'm going to look up a different tutorial, try something first before I go through all the hassle of remaking it. I think the issue is they're not one's panicked out of all three of them. Finally! So it clearly does work. Maybe I just have to be patient. Well, it might be a bit slow, but it seems like this thing actually works. It's only killed the one, though. Still might look up the other design, because I know that one was better. You know, it does work, so for the time being, I'm just going to leave it be. Does this only work at night for some reason? I might still build the other one. I don't use that much iron, but still. I mean, I have everything there. I have pretty much all the materials for it, so I might as well. Might work better. No, probably is a good idea that I'm building a better one than just this. Instead of forcing the both of us, you, the viewer, and the later me who is editing this, to watch me try to build an iron farm for a second time, I honestly just sped up some of the bits. I'll leave links in the description to each tutorial I used. I'm not smart enough, nor do I have the patience to come up with these kinds of things on my own. So, while I wait for this one to work, 'cause I know it will at some point, and I'm just gonna sit here and like AFK for like a while. So, I rebuilt the iron farm on another flat world. So I assume the problem with the one on our main super flat world is that these villagers are probably too close to the other villagers. I'm gonna hop back on there and move those villagers out of the way. And I hope this works. I think I'm just going to take some time to figure this out offline. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.